Amazfit makes two smartwatches that sit roughly double apart in price, and the gap between them is exactly the kind of question worth answering honestly before you spend the money. The Amazfit Active Max brings a 1.5-inch AMOLED display at 3000 nits, 25 days of battery, Zepp Coach AI training plans, offline maps, and onboard storage for music. The Amazfit Bip 6 brings a larger 1.97-inch display, 140-plus workout modes, and one of the most aggressive prices in the smartwatch category. This comparison tells you exactly what the extra money on the Active Max buys, and whether the Bip 6 is cutting corners to get there. Display quality. Size versus brightness. The Amazfit Bip 6 has a larger 1.97-inch AMOLED display, more physical screen real estate for maps, watch faces, and health data at a glance. Customers describe it as readable even in bright sunlight, and the rectangular form factor gives it a more smartwatch conventional look. The Amazfit Active Max has a smaller 1.5-inch AMOLED display, but reaches up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, a meaningfully higher ceiling than most smartwatches at any price. Customer display feedback is 31 positive out of 33 mentions, with multiple customers specifically describing how the brightness solves visibility problems they had experienced on other smartwatches mid-run, when glancing at pace, heart rate, or distance under direct sunlight matters most. One customer specifically notes being able to read the screen without reading glasses. Edges goes to the Amazfit Bip 6 on screen size and to the Amazfit Active Max on peak brightness and outdoor readability under harsh sun. Battery life. The Active Max's most decisive advantage. The Amazfit Active Max delivers up to 25 days of battery life. Customer battery feedback is 59 positive out of 63 mentions, a 94% positive rate, with customers specifically reporting 2 weeks or more on a single charge and describing the battery life as outstanding and exceeding expectations. One customer reports being at 21 days without a charge while still actively tracking sleep and workouts. The Amazfit Bip 6 delivers up to 14 days of battery life. Customer battery feedback is 414 positive out of 509 mentions, also strong, though at an 81% positive rate with more documented variance than the Active Max's nearly clean record. Edge goes to the Amazfit Active Max decisively on total battery ceiling and customer satisfaction consistency. Training intelligence. Zepp Coach is the Active Max's defining feature. The Amazfit Active Max includes Zepp Coach, AI-driven personalized training plans that adjust based on actual performance and recovery, with structured programs covering general fitness and specific running distances from 3K through full marathon. BioCharge energy monitoring tracks daily workout load and stress to generate a recovery score, telling the wearer when to push harder and when to back off. This is a genuine coaching system, not just activity logging. The Amazfit Bip 6 offers personalized coaching through its own AI system alongside 140-plus workout modes including Hyrox race and strength training. The breadth of activity tracking is comparable, but the Active Max's Zepp Coach with distance-specific running plans and BioCharge recovery scoring represents a more structured training methodology than the Bip 6 documents. Edge goes to the Amazfit Active Max on structured training intelligence depth. Offline maps and navigation. The Amazfit Active Max supports downloadable terrain maps and ski maps for offline navigation without requiring a cellular signal, alongside 5 satellite system GPS positioning. For hikers and skiers specifically, terrain-specific offline maps are a meaningful navigation upgrade over generic turn-by-turn directions. The Amazfit Bip 6 supports 5 satellite systems with downloadable maps and turn-by-turn navigation as well, covering general outdoor use effectively. Edge goes to the Amazfit Active Max for on terrain-specific and ski map detail. Both deliver solid general offline navigation. Storage and music. The Amazfit Active Max includes 4 GB of onboard storage, enough to store music directly on the watch for phone-free listening during workouts. The Amazfit Bip 6 includes 512 MB of storage, a fraction of the Active Max's capacity, sufficient for app data and watch faces but not documented as supporting onboard music storage at the same level. Edge goes to the Amazfit Active Max decisively on storage and onboard music capability. Reliability and functionality. The Amazfit Active Max's functionality feedback is 23 positive out of 27 mentions, an 85% positive rate, with customers describing it as reliable for both daily use and fitness activities, specifically praising GPS accuracy and overall responsiveness. The Amazfit Bip 6 functionality feedback is 357 positive and 176 negative out of 533 mentions, a 67% positive rate, with documented reports of occasional malfunctions and devices stopping working entirely. Bluetooth connectivity feedback on the Bip 6 is also notably more mixed, 161 positive and 68 negative out of 229 mentions, compared to the broadly clean data across nearly every category on the Active Max. Edge goes to the Amazfit Active Max decisively on documented reliability across functionality and connectivity. Build quality. The Amazfit Active Max's build quality feedback is 74 positive out of 76 mentions, a 97% positive rate, among the cleanest build quality scores in any smartwatch comparison on this channel. One customer specifically compares it favorably against a Garmin Fenix 6X Pro they owned for 4 years, describing the Active Max as smooth and well-built without the bulk they no longer needed. The Amazfit Bip 6 build quality feedback shows 74 positive and 2 negative, also strong, reflecting solid construction at its lighter aluminum rectangular design. The Edge is even as both deliver strongly praised build quality at their respective price points. One unexpected strength of the Amazfit Bip 6 is its larger 1.97-inch display gives it more physical screen real estate than the Active Max despite costing roughly half as much. A genuine value proposition for buyers who prioritize a bigger viewing area for maps and notifications over peak brightness in direct sun. At its price, getting a larger AMOLED panel than a watch costing nearly double is a real and specific advantage. One honest limitation of the Amazfit Active Max is its 200 mAh battery capacity. While delivering an impressive 25-day rating, comes from a smaller 1.5-inch display footprint, meaning the extended battery life is partly a function of less screen to power rather than purely superior battery technology. Buyers who specifically want maximum display size should weigh that trade-off directly rather than assuming the longer battery life comes without any compromise. In the end, the Amazfit Active Max wins this comparison. A 94% positive battery satisfaction rate with a 25-day ceiling, a 97% positive build quality rate, an 85% positive functionality rate, Zepp Coach with distance-specific marathon training plans and BioCharge recovery scoring, offline terrain and ski maps, 4 gigabytes of onboard storage for phone-free music, a 3000 nit display that customers specifically credit with solving outdoor visibility problems other smartwatches could not. At $133 to $170, the Active Max costs roughly double the Bip 6, and the consistency of its customer satisfaction data across every measured category justifies that premium for a buyer training seriously. The Amazfit Bip 6 at $75 to $80 wins for the buyer who wants a larger display, a genuinely impressive feature set at a remarkably low price, and 140-plus workout modes including HYROX tracking. The documented functionality and connectivity concerns are real and more pronounced than on the Active Max, but at less than half the price. The Bip 6 remains a strong value for casual and moderate fitness tracking. Both watches are linked in the description below, so check current pricing before you buy. So if you're training seriously and want the most reliable data across the board, get the Active Max. If you want a bigger screen and excellent value at half the price, get Bip 6. If you want more comparisons that protect every purchase before you make it, then hit subscribe. The Active Max wins this one. Thank you so much for watching.